The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
And what's going on, everybody? This is Danny Rivera, the Advocate, and I am here with my lovely co-host, Althea Dublos, and Dinko from the legendary group
Leaders of the New School.
I love how you said that.
Dinko D.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So, first off, it's always, an honor to be in front of somebody that's a legend in the hip-hop industry, man, and I'm really excited about this interview, man, so... Yeah, I know you wanted to ask him a couple questions, so you wanted to let him know.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, the first thing was that, a lot of the stuff that is new out there, like all the different types of music right now, what type of genre, speaks to you? You know what I'm trying to say?
My genre is universal.
Right?
It's always been universal, Hip-hop has always taken records from every genre.
Right.
Put them in a pot, stewed them up, and came out with something new that leads the way. That's why hip-hop is such, the biggest music on the planet right now, because it takes everything and puts it into one. Other music segregate, and they stick to their traditional patterns and people and stuff like that, but hip-hop unites the world.
See, that's what I love about this guy. He can really, elaborate everything. But is there any particular genre that you particularly like besides? Okay, if you didn't have hip hop, which genre would you pick next?
I would pick soul.
Yeah, he is a soul kind of guy. What would you do?
Listen, man, I'm back in the days of Motown, so I be just sitting there jamming.
That soul spiritual sound.
Yeah.
I be sitting there listening to David Ruffin, Temptations. I'm just different, man. I'm in rock too. I be listening to Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah. So a lot of people go, bro, but you're a hip hop head. I said, yeah, but the hip hop roots grew from a lot of that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the live band, it went from live music to program music, which is hip hop mostly.
What do you feel about that, though?
I mean, but there's fusions of live music and hip hop, so it still works. You have great groups like the Roots. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
They've always been a hip hop band. Stetsasonic had a hip hop band. You know what I'm saying? Used live instruments. That's what it came from. And hip hop originally used live music to make the records. We took records and took songs and rhymed over them. But then eventually we had to come up with a way to do it without bringing the whole band together, because you couldn't get everybody together because life situations and stuff like that got rougher. So. Right.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I could listen to you all day. You know that? I mean,
I'm glad I can be here with you all day.
I really could. Because you are, to me, a hip hop legend. And not just I remember when we first met, and I didn't even know I couldn't remember the band name.
Right.
Okay, let's be honest here. But then when you turned around and you guys started singing the Scenario.
Now what's the scenario? Here we go,
right.
yo. Here we go.
Yes, and for those that don't know, that's the song with Tribe Called Quest, Leaders of the New School. That was our big record. That was one of our biggest records, man. That broke the barrier, man. That's a timeless classic. It'll never go nowhere.
Yeah, but you got some.
I got some great music.
No, that old BC.
PTA.
I remember that one too. I do. But what I love the most about him and that era is it was like music that made you feel good, and it was music that came from the heart. And you can hear that over and over and over again, but it's just something that always made you feel good. Growing up with that, and that song could still play on the radio today, and people will react differently than they will with all the regular songs that they hear on the radio today.
What's very interesting to me, right, with the young generation and the generation coming now is not here. I feel like when I was growing up, it was more versatile. So everybody didn't want to sound the same. Everybody wanted to sound different. Now it's that same old beat repeated. Anytime you would have an old classic, right? An old classic beat, they would always try to break it up and try to make a different drum pattern, because that's the creating. They wanted it to be something different. Nowadays, what you're seeing now, and this is what I want to talk to Dinko about, now what you're seeing now is the creativity leaving. And I feel like that's almost the only genre I really haven't seen that really.
No, you're not seeing it leaving. You're seeing it controlled and it's made up to be what it wants to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not free. The music is actually controlled. You know, as much as you have freedom on the internet and to do stuff, you know, the platforms only allow certain images and things to be displayed.
Yeah.
So it's the responsibility of those platforms to make sure the music is quality. You know.
I love this guy.
So you think they're going for more of a quick buck than what they're going for the art form?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't go for the quick buck?
I would hope not everybody. I mean,
Yeah, well, the majority of the people
Really?
out here in the world, they want the quick buck because the quick buck solve problems. You know.
yeah.
So you feel like even back inside the days when you were younger, did you guys feel like you guys going for the quick buck, or you guys love the hip hop?
Of course, we was going for the buck,
Okay.
the fame, the money. We wanted it all.
Right.
We wanted it
Okay.
all at once.
Okay.
And we was young and realized, you know, the path that we wanted to take, we had to take risks.
How old were you when you guys first formed the group?
I was maybe 14, 15.
Oh wow, he was a baby.
Wow, 14, 15.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and then that basically started. Did you guys like have like a couple like the songs that you hear that were hit records? Did you guys write those at a young age or?
Right. See, well, we wrote those songs. We actually didn't sign our deal till we was in 12th grade. I was 18, Charlie Brown was 19, and Busta Rhymes was 17.
Oh wow.
He was 17.
Yeah, we're like one year behind each other.
Wow. And what school did you guys go to?
We went to Uniondale High School. UNIONDALNE.
Did you write any rhymes? Did you guys write some rhymes?
Yeah, of
going
course.
to Union? Oh,
I mean, that's where we met. We met in the playground. Well, it wasn't a playground. It was actually the Nassau Library System or something, a building.
Oh, okay.
That was just used to be empty all the time. So we would go in the parking lot and form a crowd, and Buster would beatbox and Brown would rhyme. And at that time, I didn't really have the courage to just come out there and rhyme in front of everybody, but I
Right.
was always at those ciphers, and I took it home and I started doing it myself. So in the midst of doing projects and songs myself, Brown, we grew up as friends because he had two sisters. They were actually the Doublemint twins one time.
Get
had
out
the-
here.
Yeah, they was Brown sisters. Yeah, I love them.
Doublemint.
Cheryl and Sharon, what up to y'all? But yeah, so I went to school. They was in my grade, and Brown was a grade higher. So
Okay.
we became really close. But he came and seen me working in the basement, working on my own stuff, you know. And he was like, "Yo, let's do this dope." So he brought us together. You know,
Oh, wow.
he wanted to meet up with Buster, and he's the founder of the group. So much respect to C. Brown,
Charlie Brown.
Charlie
I love that
Brown.
name. I really do, and it's not just because of the cartoon.
That's dope. So
I
you
just
guys
love
been
that
together
name.
for a long time. You guys been
Yes.
together for a long time before you guys really came together collectively and got the
Yeah,
record
I've
deal.
we've known each other since all three of us. We've known each other since 6th grade.
6th grade. Whoa.
Whoa! Even I did that. Whoa!
That's an
6th grade. That's a
exclusive
long,
right there.
long time, dude.
Yeah, because Buster moved to Long Island in the 6th grade, I believe.
Oh wow! Oh God, that's a long, long time. But okay, now you guys have known each other for a long time now. When you were at that young age and going into the rap industry, the hip hop industry, was there a certain there was no competition? You know what I'm trying to say?
It wasn't competition. It was more like there was inspiration. There was a lot of inspiration and new stuff coming out, and just wanting to acquire the tools to be able to do what these people did. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
music and stuff, and perform for people. You know, it was a lot of basic things.
Yeah, I know. That's what, you don't really, it's more what I see. I mean, I could be wrong, but what I see now with hip hop, it's more competition. It's, I'm better than you. It's, they copy each other's flow or whatever you want to call
Well,
that.
that's been,
right?
that's been promoted. If you look at it, the media and outside, comments, everybody always has 2 cents to say.
Yeah.
So now the commenter has been put as the journalist instead of the media, or somebody who has a significant intel on what they're talking about.
Right.
You just have fly by the night journalists saying anything, and it's getting respected on the level and the platform.
And I'm Danny
as-
Rivera, the advocate. And
Okay, we'll get back to you.
We will be right back. This is a good conversation, man. This really is, man. I'm with my guest, Dinko from the Leaders of the New School, and my lovely co-host,
Yeah,
Althea
yeah, that's
Duke.
Yeah. Let's go.
We'll be right back, everybody. And we're back. This is Danny Rivera, the Advocate, and I'm here with Dinko D from the Leaders of the New School, my lovely co-host, Althea.
Althea. Go ahead. No, say it again.
So
no, I want him to say it again. Say out there. Go ahead.
Althea.
Yeah, with that pa. You know.
So I like what we were just discussing about how you felt that a lot of times the kids now are promoted more in that, like, learn how to do this style because this is how you make this. This is music right here. So always copy this style. Do you think that's in every genre, or do you think that's only in rap music? Because I'm not gonna call it hip hop, because hip hop to me is more of the culture side. The rap music is more of the corporal side.
Well, it's hip hop. Let's just call it what it is, man. It's
Okay,
hip hop music. You know, rap is the name that was put on it and stuff like that. So we just call it hip hop. But that's just a genre of hip hop. There's different little subcultures and genres of the music that you can find yourself into. But let's just call it hip hop.
All right, fine. I'm gonna call it hip hop. You got me quiet. I'll call it hip hop.
Okay.
That takes a lot. Okay, go ahead.
Nah, you know what? He's right though, because at the end of the day, it's somebody else's culture, and culture is hip hop. Okay, now we're done with that discussion. But listen, anyway. But anyway, you got some new music.
Yes, I do.
And I'm very happy to hear. Maybe explain a little bit before the listeners. I think the first song, if I'm correct, the first song is going to be. Call it out. What's the first song?
Which one you want? I'll give it to you. Here and Now.
Here and Now.
Here and Now. All right.
See, I was thinking about what you was just talking about. What you saying, anything coming out your mouth, it doesn't matter. Cause tonight I'm really showing out. I'm celebrating every reason that I'm here and now. See, I came with the gang, we ain't killing nobody. All my shooters is the same, you know we love a pool party. We got sticks to line you up with, chalk and powder. Where your coins at, hustler, cause we got ours. Hey, yo, Mo, tell them give me my flowers and then they gotta go. We set the bar after hours, money's on the table, hour after hour. Even partners aren't able to defeat my power. Singly, whole-handedly, whatever the man be, whenever you and Elias, you know you hear Dinko D. This is just a fraction, non-fiction, are you feeling me? Rack it up, better rack it right now, I can break free.
That's how you know the legends. That's how you know the legends.
I was thinking about what you was just talking about. Was you saying, anything coming out your mouth, it doesn't matter. Cause tonight I'm really showing out. I'm celebrating every reason that I'm here and now. Now I maintain with steady aim. I need a bathroom break. My main vein need to drain. I can't complain. Drinks going round again. Ladies love playing games. How you doing? What's your names? See, greetings are exchanged. Let's change doors for brains. Cherries come to mind when eating ice cream. I got a nice team. My wife's mean and everybody around me might seem more likely to end up being who fights me.
Yeah, that's that Here and Now 2023.
All right, man. That's
that new
Here and
Dinko
Now.
D.
Look, he's happy right now, man. That was a really good song.
You know what?
Hip hop, easy listening.
You know what I like about you, man, is that you always promoted, even inside your music, no violence.
Yeah,
you guys
never,
always
never,
promoted.
never,
You
never.
guys always promoted the concept.
We wanted to bring protests and fun to a line and a balance to where it can be both, but it can have a balance to it and be appreciated by everyone.
And I appreciate that. 'cause
Make sure you stay with
I got
Mike.
sunshine
Yeah.
on the cloudy day. Yeah, man. When
Yeah,
I heard that, I was like, this is like, ooh,
You know-
yeah, you putting that back. Right
You know why? Because when it first started, I'm like, what? And then when I'm like, realize, I'm like, oh,
That's right.
okay.
Classic, timeless music, man. You
But
know.
doesn't that also, like, I love when things are remixed. I don't care what anybody says, and that's just that song. Yeah, but everybody does it, and
Right. I mean, you learn from a teacher.
yeah,
If
and
you don't learn how to play something from somebody else, then
there are so many people out there who
we
have
doing?
used remixes from like Rihanna's
since the
songs,
beginning of
yeah,
time.
I'm like, they do
I'm
it all the
never gonna
time.
I'm never gonna say that.
But hip hop specifically, like I said, people didn't have equipment. They couldn't make the song,
Right, they
the
couldn't
music
do it.
themselves.
Right, yeah.
So they had to take the records and use people's other music, man, and did
Right.
mixes of other people's records.
one
I
thing
like that one.
thing
Like
I want-
Love Like the Message. The Message is
This is
originally
true.
stuff, and cats just rapped over it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, let me say something real quick to you.
Go
'Cause I want
ahead.
you to hear this right now. One thing I gotta say is there's a difference between abusing music and uplifting music.
Of course.
And I feel like, and then I know a lot of people can get mad, but I feel like you got a responsibility when you take somebody else's track, and you shouldn't, like, if you take a hit record, you got to make it higher than the record that came out.
Exactly.
Like, you got to take it to a higher bar.
Right. You either got to do just as good or better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
If you're not adding on to it, what are you doing? You're taking away. You're using it. You're abusing it.
Like, there's so many people I watch take a hit record, and they don't know how to do it right. The sonics are messed up. The flow is messed up. The way they're coming out is messed up. But people are like, "Yo, it was decent." And you're like, "How's that decent?" Like, and I'm not.
No, we going for excellence, man. We like to, I like to make classic, timeless music, and I've been fortunate enough to make songs like that.
Yeah.
So it's just built in my DNA.
Built in my DNA.
I love that. Built in my DNA. Yeah. DNA. Get it? DNA.
That's why I'm here.
I know.
Built
I
in
hear that.
DNA.
But no, I just think also that I wish there were more people like you. I just wish there were more people.
Thank you, man. I wish there was more like you, because we have fun together, man. I love, you know what I'm saying. Just as friends, we are definitely having good times. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you support and lift me up, and I hope we do the same.
Do
what
the
I'm
good and the bad.
Now,
You know what I'm saying? That's the important. You got to be there for.
Yeah, you
now
have to.
listen. Let me ask you a question. What gave you the inspiration to do that record? Like, what did you heard the beat and then?
Oh yeah, how did you pick that song out of everything?
Well, I got a great brother. He's in a band called Oracle. Great brother. He's the producer for my new stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually from Jersey. He actually studied under one of David Bowie's band members or something.
Oh, okay.
Exactly, understudy. But yeah, great dude, great producer, young talent. We doing some great things together. He produced that record, brought it to me, and that's going to be on my first solo project I ever did.
Nice.
What is it called?
Here and Now.
Here and now. Here and now.
No, I'm talking about the solo project.
It's called Here and Now.
Here and now.
Hear it now.
Here and now.
Ooh.
Here.
They just heard it now, or hear it now. Yeah. That's why I had to repeat it. That's why I had to repeat that.
Here and now.
That's
All
it,
right.
baby.
So the next record, Let's Let It Fly right now. Go ahead, play that.
This is the daddy.
Oh, I like it already.
Spirit begin to move. The old deacon might say, Lord, as I live, while I travel
I come outside when nobody's outside. I think I'm alone, but the world's so wide. I'm living this live broadcast to the sky. I dip and I dive to give you all the replies. Staying socially fly while musically tied to the streets with grass where every way is high. Give me what's mine, and that's only the grind. Time after time, clock stands still. Peace of mind is really more to define. Definition design, premonitions and signs. Leave me praying for vibes. It's the gift of the blind, not to see what's the crime committed by humans when they look in your eyes. I know eyes like spies, no truth and lies. Get a grip, don't slip or stay playing with flies. In these days, it's wise to keep it realer than tribes, cause family don't always be the ones you rely on. Cause family don't always be the ones you rely on. Spirits are disguised under sheets with wives. Matrimony is supplied and contracts denied. Yo, symbols of our lives engraved with ties, but notch block flows where the blood should drive. Yo, my father said, son, you will leave it behind. Any movement you involved, so treat them kind. Dad, I love you so much. When you left, I cried, but I've arrived in the fresh, and there's no denying that my heart is yours and the future's aligned. We in sync so much that you name me divine. In your name with a twist, Lamumba retreats in his prime. Congo beats evident, Black American rhymes. Back to Africa, my roots so simply in line. Unified worldwide is what we all should strive, huh? Yeah, it's what we all should strive. Unified worldwide is what we all should strive.
Woo.
That song,
that's my father right there.
That song is great.
Beat Jackson.
You know how I
James
pictured
B.
him?
Jackson.
Well, I had my eyes closed for like a brief second, and I could picture Dinko on a podium, like filled with like
videos
thousands
coming.
Of, you know,
you already there.
You know,
you already there. The
with
videos
trench
coming
coat,
soon.
The glasses, the hat. Oh God, yeah,
It's about to go down.
That's what I like the most, man. I love the talent, and I just love when he comes up because like we're gonna get to the next segment.
Okay.
About like me and him sitting there in the studio together and just coming and vibing on some new music.
Right.
But I think honestly, man, and I will be right back, man, because this is the Advocate, and we'll be right back.
Advocate.
Showing out, I'm celebrating every reason that I'm hearing now. See, I came with the gang, we ain't killing nobody.
And we are back. This is Danny Rivera, the Advocate, aka the Generation Gapper, and I am still here with my host.
Dinko.
You're not my host.
D.
Althea is my host. You're my
I'm the
guest.
new host. Althea's on
God.
spring break.
He took my job within what 20 minutes of the show.
She got fired up and had to take a break.
No, but that's almost great. What inspired you to actually make that record?
Just a lot of dull music that's around and being promoted. So I just wanted to bring something basically fresh, you know what I'm saying, from the basics, but tremendously classic and timeless.
Right. Oh God, that
When
was
you
it.
hear it and play it, you only get that from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you could just turn on the radio and get it.
Oh, I'm not getting that from anywhere else.
Exactly.
Oh no,
I'm
no.
the source.
No, he's the source. If I need it, I just give him a call and go, Dinko, can you play that for
there
me,
you
please?
go. There you go.
That's
there
it.
you know.
Althea knows how to do this. But you know what it was? The minute, I mean, I really didn't even hear the songs yet.
Yeah.
Right? So when you just started playing it, you know, like you just said, if I turn on the radio or you know, Sirius radio or whatever, whatnot, I'm hearing the same stuff over and over again, right? If that came on the radio, I would actually crash my car because I would have gotten so excited.
We don't want y'all crashing cars. But,
No, we don't want.
we
No,
like
this
that
is true.
feeling.
Safety first. But I would have been like, woo, you know, like I would have been. I would have gotten excited in the car. I would have blasted it too.
You know what's good though about that record? You can hear the soul of it. So like you don't really hear that in the records anymore because the 808 drop. When the 808 drop comes on, it kind of like kind of gets you grooving a little bit a different kind of way.
808.
Yeah, it's a drum pattern.
But I like to depend on my vocals.
Good.
And in my in my wordplay.
Wordplay
and all that.
I got to learn something today. What's 808?
808 is
It's a
basically
drum.
Yeah,
It's a hit. Drum hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a lot of times music is made by like a wave, like a pattern. So like the certain like a boom bap kind of beat with sound.
Okay, boom bap. Okay, you know what? Let me tell you. Every day I'm always still learning
something new.
I'm always
too.
learning.
Me too.
The other day we learned about what was it? Reese.
Sturdy. You know how to sturdy? What's the sturdy?
No. It's called what's sturdy?
What's sturdy?
Ain't that the little dance they do or something?
Oh, Jesus. See,
I thought they did that dance from like a person from like the 1970s.
Everything's taken from
kidding?
something, man.
No, it was
taken
dope.
from something.
I forgot the woman's name. I actually saw a clip and she was doing it in like 1970s. She was on like a
Really?
famous, that dance that they be doing. But
It's hard to keep up, man. I'm sorry. It's hard to cut through. But there's a lot of new stuff you got to learn.
new stuff I got to learn every day.
like something called a Riz. We heard something called a Riz.
Riz, and it meant that you got
No,
game.
I never heard of it.
You got game.
And I was like, I'm kind of confused because I really thought it was like kind of like a candy bar.
Yeah, he was like, is that like Ritz crackers?
Or like the Whiz.
Well, we need the new news magazine because I got to catch up.
Yeah, you know what? I need a thesaurus.
There's just a lot of stuff out there, man, that you get to pick from now.
Yeah, this is true. What's what's going on in the background here?
It's just at the end of the day, what I'm trying to figure out and what I'm trying to really think is, like, you explained a little bit, but explain like who. So your father inspired you to make that record?
Yeah, my father passed actually 2 years ago, so that made me, I had to take on responsibilities of his and do some things and take care of my mother and stuff. And it just pushed me to make some excellent work.
Right.
It motivated me because he got a chance to see me make it and do Arsenio and travel and get a platinum plaque and all that.
Yeah.
He got to see that, but he didn't really got me to see me fulfill. You know what I'm saying? Just myself. So.
Right. Okay.
So
I'm doing that.
So you're saying like basically like a solo kind of project kind of thing?
Yeah, strictly me. Strictly Dinko D. No guest appearances, none of that.
How was it when he first saw you on the TV? How was it like the whole family?
Oh, it was beautiful, man. It was great. He still didn't trust my contracts, and but
you can't blame him.
Right? That never got him excited because he knew what was going down, but he was proud. He was proud of me.
Oh.
What happened when you first came home? Was like, I got a record deal.
He was like, okay,
He was like,
you know
all
what
right.
it is the old school, the same exact way.
right? Because there was grease in the tournaments, and then I had to deal with 3 other people.
Oh, okay. I see what you. The group. You
He
mean.
had actually went to North Carolina A&T. He actually was in a band out there too.
Really?
Like in college, but you know, he had a taste of music. But
Do you think you got it from him?
I mean, parts of it, yeah.
Parts of
definitely,
him.
definitely, of course.
That's amazing. So you were always like listening to music like at home?
Oh yeah, I went through. I broke all his records,
Oh, really?
looking for samples. You know, the sample intake and used music. He had.
What was one of your his favorite song? Like one
He
of
had a range from jazz to country, rock, rap, soul, funk. He always had a range of music.
That's so cool. Same with my father, because I would go through all of his stuff and
it was just
be
different
looking
stuff.
at, be looking
Yeah.
at. You know what? But I feel like the kids never got that.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying they didn't get that because some of them probably are like creative.
It depends
like
on the kid, man. They get
Yeah.
that. There's kids that sit there on YouTube or sit there and Google search.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
and
true.
go do and
Yeah.
find.
Well, they have a
and look
better.
at stuff.
They have an easier way.
You know
Because
what?
years ago, you and me had to literally go through records, sit there,
Exactly right.
play
The
the record.
technology has changed. It's from
Oh,
physical
man.
to digital.
And you're telling me you're coming out with this music? No, I'm playing.
Let me just say one thing, because like when you brought up about your fathers, my father was the same way because my father was an immigrant, so he just really believed just in Greek music. You know, he didn't really listen to anything. And I remember that one day, I don't know who gave him the record or whatever, and all of a sudden he started playing Mark Anthony, and he loved him.
Right.
Oh my God! And every day he would play. So then I would look in his discs, you know, all Mark Anthony. But that was the only player that's the only person that he liked to play.
Mark Anthony?
Yeah, Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony
Wow.
was good. Did your father ever listen to what's this guy's name, man? I gotta get back to you. Come on, my grandfather actually. My grandfather's brother knew him very well, and before Mark Anthony, he was actually underneath Mark Anthony. Hector Lavoe.
Oh, no, he didn't listen to him. No, I know who you're talking about, but
Hector
no.
Lavoe was actually mad close to my family. Not a lot of
Yeah.
people know that. Yeah. So Hector Lavoe, shout out to Hector Lavoe and the whole fam.
All I know is if I had to hear "And You Sang to Me" one more time in the house, I was about
your
to slap
father
him.
liked that song?
He loved that song. Loved that song.
Wow.
Loved it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go back to your interview.
But that's dope though, because
Really?
you would never think of that, you know?
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. No, it was just weird because, like, you know, because you always talk about your dads, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I do have little stories here and
My
there.
grandfather
you know?
used to make me listen to Ricky Martin.
He's like, oh, there, this, you know,
When
this
he first came out, Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
He had Hector. So grandpa
Too,
used
but
to listen-
Menudo.
Menudo.
Oh my God, I remember Menudo.
Well, he really, you know what I'm saying? I think Ricky came out with like a song. He liked it. He thought it was cool and stuff like that. Because Puerto Ricans, you know, Puerto Ricans all have that pride thing. So it's like, Puerto Rican got it. Yeah. So then you listen to him. You listen to Mark Anthony. You listen to, I used to listen to a lot of, but my father put me on to
I know.
Aventura.
What's that?
What's that?
Aventura?
Oh,
Bachata?
look at the way he's looking at us.
Okay,
right
I've heard
now.
of Bachata.
Romeo
yes,
Santos?
yes.
Don't know him. I
Romeo?
don't know. No, I don't know him.
Oh, no.
No, he's gonna
Right,
shoot
there's
me
like
now.
different styles, right? I forgot the name.
I
of
was
those
actually, when I was younger, right, when I flew to Puerto Rico the first time, like, Daddy Yankee was actually on the same plane.
I don't know who that is.
Daddy Yankee?
things. It's like the new artist.
I don't know.
Daddy Yankee is a famous reggaeton artist.
Okay, well,
Reggaeton.
excuse me.
He did a
but-
song, Gasolina.
Oh, that song I know.
Gasolina.
Okay, Gasolina. Okay.
Yeah,
He says that part.
Come and go and Gasolina.
you know that too good.
I know. He knows that too good.
You've been in the club.
No. When we were in Puerto Rico,
Yeah, here we go.
partied
Susan trying
hard
to
with
cover
that
it up
song,
now.
so
Why?
No. I was a baby when that thing came out. I was like still in high school.
The look on your face, you just went to the club like
Yeah.
you was
He was
there.
like,
No.
Good one, man.
No.
I got a party.
They had
I'm
the
sorry.
video. No, the video was amazing. But let's get to the serious point because I know we go to a topic.
There's a
having
point
good
there
time.
somewhere.
But well, it's just crazy when you see music in front of you. Like that's my point. Is like I would go to Puerto Rico, right, and hear Donald Mall and Daddy Yankee. And all these dudes that never even came to America yet.
Oh, okay.
And then you would come, like you remember you and me were talking about when you were in Greece?
So you seen them
Yeah.
early, and then you seen them when they blew up.
Yeah, true.
Her too. She would actually go to Greece and actually hear songs.
See the
I would
artists.
hear songs that were not even in the
Right.
United States
Yeah,
yet.
that's
and I
what
would
I'm
come
saying,
here
you
and I'm
know.
like singing and you know when that's old, but when Sweet Dreams first came out from Annie Lennox,
Sweet.
when I came back to the States, it wasn't even playing here yet. But a lot of those hits back then, even in the 80s and 90s, I would come here and I would bring mixed tapes from the clubs. And I would play them, and everybody would go crazy because they didn't hear the music. But then, like a few months later, boom, there they were in the U.S.
Gone.
You know?
Yeah. International.
Okay, so we veered totally back.
No, it was good though. It was actually a good
But
conversation.
that was so much fun.
All right,
It was fun, man. That's what we do.
So I am
DNA.
Danny Rivera, the Advocate, and we will be right back. And we are back. This is Danny Rivera, the Advocate. And, let's get to my favorite part of the show.
Okay.
So, Dinko, I have something called come on,
Your roses.
to young artists that we are trying to break in Long Island for people to hear. So, I want you to hear them and tell them what you think about them. All right, Backpack, roll it.
What up, Long Island? This is DJ Energetic, and I'm on WRCN 103.9 FM, ready to do this Advocate mix. Stop bullying. See, I'm tired of watching these kids. See, I'm tired of watching these kids shooting each other with eyes. See, nobody doing nothing to even help the youth. All they doing is sitting there just lying about the truth. They saying that they capping, you spell it backwards means pop. Coach just gets this guy shot. Now why do I gotta hear? Listen to all your fans talk about how you want only to come again. I told the kids stop bullying, stop killing each other, but slow. Stop acting like everybody's your op on the low. Where we gotta get to is that level. We need peace instead of watching what our young girls does to cease. They don't really listen because they the Advocate mix. You ready? 103.9.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Yeah. Get lit. I haven't had fun in. Yeah. Like way too long. Whoa. Just have fun, baby.
Shout out to Tony Newberry. Let's go, Tony. Let's go.
Well, plenty of y'all stay. I pull up in broad day. Light my shine real bright like cell phone. Call my line, peace, love, yo, hello. Haven't heard from you, my G, it do be a minute. Gotta see if treating you with more or less of the vision. 2020 when it passed, 22 and I'm kicking. Everywhere I go, every person that I meet, I just wanna say I learned when I hustle on the street. Flip bread with passion, watch me stack lift. Never say, blast it. I wouldn't be here
The
doing
Advocate
it
mix. You ready? 103.9.
And we got Cake Life. Let's go, Cake Life.
I ain't going back down that road. Prison time, a waste of time for me. Why would I go back down that road? Never. I ain't going back down that road.
Why would I?
Prison time, a waste of time for me.
It is.
Why would I go back down that road?
Never.
Mama always said it ain't what you do, but how you do it. Holding back tears, trying not to lose it. Although you're gone, you're still here in my heart. That's why I don't even trip when these streets get dark. Back and forth incarceration, interrupting my flow. Every time I hit the bricks, my only focus is dough. Since 16, I was a fiend for cream. The cash had me hooked. By 23, the feds had me booked. Hurt my mama heart seeing her baby boy caged up. Smile on my face inside,
I'm messed up.
Too many nights ending with the sun coming up. Chicken plotting, knowing time could come when they come up. Did a lot of foolish things in the name of game. We was moving slow, started moving game. Pain, the vicious cycle in this life we come from. I'm not where I wanna be, but far from where I come from. I ain't going back down that road. Prison time, a waste of time for me. Why would I go back down that road?
Never.
I ain't going back down that road.
Why would I?
Prison time, a waste of time for me. Why would I go back?
So what you think about that?
The first two joints I like. The first two joints. The last one, you know what I'm saying? It sounded a little dated.
Okay. I like them all, but I'm playing favorites here because I know them. But especially Tony Newberry.
There was 3 songs, right?
Yeah.
I like the reason why I really do like Cake's record is because Cake Records is expressing everything. That's the third one. I know when you heard I ain't going back.
It sounds good, but it sounds so big that it's just You know, I don't know. It just sounds like I've heard it before.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Well, you might have heard it here. I've been breaking it here like crazy.
Yeah,
But the music is. But let me tell you something. The music was good. All the music was great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that you need that something
That little
to
something,
stand
something.
out on every song that makes it that thing.
Yeah. But Tony, the second one was Tony Newberry.
Yeah, I know. I did not see him at the show.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Wow.
He did see him. No, he did see him. Tony Newberry, we actually had him here too a couple of
I think
weeks
he was
back.
dope live too. His live show was dope.
Yeah, he's really good. He's
The
really
kid is
good.
very talented, man.
He's up and coming, and I think he's going to be very successful. So shout out to Tony Newberry. We love you.
I know Tom Barry's going to be very successful in this day of time.
It's just a matter of time.
So, my question to you is, say an artist wants to, because I know you got a label, correct?
Yes.
So
New School Link.
New School
Artist
Link.
wants to sign to you, right? What are you looking for with an artist? That's why I play those records for you.
Well, most of the time I'm looking for an artist who's looking for me. You know what I'm saying? That definitely starts with that. Because it has to meet both ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not looking for artists.
Right.
I want somebody who can meet me in between and share that quality of a friendship first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before we even have a business deal.
I think I understand where you're coming from. Like, in other words, if I wanted to learn how to dance, right, I would want to pick the right teacher.
Exactly.
Correct.
Of
So
course.
I would do not about just doing research. It's like who am I compatible with?
Right.
Who I know I can have a good relationship with, and we can
Yeah.
both learn from each other, kind of thing.
Perfect.
Am I good or what?
You're great.
I know. Go ahead, hon.
I'm just playing. But so you're saying like basically with an artist you want to grow with them first before you actually really work with them?
Yeah, I'm not in a rush, you know, and then I know how it is being a kid and taking deals from older people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People who have knowledge in it already and signing forms and things. You know, it's good to, you know, and even if you know people, sometimes people change. So it's just better to, you know your odds.
To grow with them for a while
Yeah.
and then understand what kind of team do you really have.
Exactly.
Because again, your experience is being around so many people.
And it's about time sharing.
Yeah, I feel you on
I
that.
feel that.
you.
I'm feeling it. And I think that's what we did too, because we've been in this game for what, 2-3 years now?
A year.
Okay, I said 2-3, but
I've been in it for almost
well, you've been in it for like too long.
20 years already.
Yeah, okay. But all I'm saying is, it took. No, I'm just
No,
saying.
I started at 12.
No, but I'm saying it
Probably
did
13 actually.
13. So it started like I would say in the last year is when we actually started forming an alliance with other
Right, and
individuals.
It takes a while. It takes
You're right.
a while, man. It takes, even though
Right now we have a team.
it's like when we sign our record deal,
Yeah.
there's a plan. They give you a plan. You're not coming out to this date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And it's sometimes a year, 2 years ahead of its schedule. You got to stick to the plan.
And all you got to do is wait, because when it happens and when it finally does happen,
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful, right? Just like sunshine.
So one thing too, I want all my listeners to know where they can find you.
You can find him right here sitting next to me.
Haha, funny.
Right here.
Now
with
go ahead.
DNA. Here we go. But you can find me at dinkod.com. dinkod.nyc.
Oh, I like that.
dinkod.com. dinkod.nyc. Those are the sites you can catch me at.
And an IG?
IG is Dinko D Hip Hop.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Dinko D. Okay. Go ahead. Are
And
you on
just-
Facebook as well?
Yes, Dinko D.
Dinko D. I think. Okay. He's gonna throw it. But what I'm saying is, if you just put Dinko D on Google, you would probably pop up
it's
everywhere.
gonna pop up some things. Some things is gonna pop up.
That's it. Just Google him. You'll find him.
Just Google Dinko D.
Dinko D.
D to the O and the middle INC.
I want to tell you something. We're coming out with a new magazine,
Yes.
Yes, we are. DNA
DNA Monthly.
I'm sorry.
So we're definitely gonna have you.
And I'm gonna be all in there doing articles.
Oh, yes.
Taking pictures.
I know. That'd be,
So look out for me.
Yeah, it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be really an interesting. I mean, we're obviously collaborating and we're getting everything together. So everybody just check that out.
DNA. Yes.
DNA.
DNA.
Dinko D.
The Advocate. You know, The Advocate's going to be in there. We're going to write some short stuff about The Advocate. But you know what? It's been a pleasure having you, my brother.
Yes, New School Link, y'all.
New School.
Dinko D.
Dinko D. Okay. So I am The Advocate. You can be listening to me on Fridays at 10 to 11 and Saturdays 10 to 11. And I am out of here.
Peace.
Long Island.
From Long Island East.
Bye-bye.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.